Hi everybody, welcome back to episode 5, season 2 of the Luton Town Let's Play. And in this episode, we've got 2 league games in a space of 3 days, both at home against Aston Villa in 4th and Tottenham in 3rd. Can we get our survival secured? Let's see. Let's go Luton. Okay, so since you were last here, we had the Birmingham game and Chelsea in the previous episode. Birmingham in the FA Cup where we drew 0-0 at Kenilworth Road. And then Chelsea, we had them at Kenilworth Road and we also lost 3-2 in that game. After that, we had the FA Cup replay away against Birmingham. And we won it 4-3 after extra time. It was such a nervy game. My nerves were absolute shreds. They took the lead through Sammy Braybrook after 16 minutes. We equalised through Colton Morris on 30 minutes. And then Matthias Escoval gave us the lead on 32 minutes. And for a brief amount of time, I started to think, OK, we're going to take control of this game now and see the win through. But then Diego Moreira, just 5 minutes later on 37 minutes, brought it back to 2-2 before Emil Breivik then put us 3-2 up on 40 minutes, 5 minutes before half time. As the second half went through, Birmingham had the occasional opportunity, but nothing major. And I thought, yeah, we're going to see it through. A 3-2 win. It's closer than I would have wanted it to be against Championship opposition, but we'll take a win any way we can get a win. But then Juan Cruz, however you say it, 91 minutes made it 3-3. We then had Ricardo Pepe, our super sub, on 107 minutes, make it 4-3 for us. Now, as you can see from the statistics, we did have more shots on target and more shots on goal. Their XG was better than ours and they did have more possession. So the statistics indicate it's a close game. The scoreline indicates it was a close game. But we run out 4-3 winners. By this point, we knew who we was going to have in the next round of the FA Cup. And that next round was against Fleetwood of League One. I think they were 20th at the time in League One. They're 18th now. I looked at that and I thought, comfortable. Nice win. We're into the next round of the FA Cup, the 5th round, no problems at all. As you can see from this, it wasn't quite as easy as what I thought it would be. Colton Morris giving us the lead on 35 minutes, but then they went 2-1 up with Jayden Stockley scoring in the 54th and 61st minute before Ogbene drew it level on 63 minutes and then Colton Morris scoring again to make it 3-2 on 67 minutes. The stats, again, were far closer than I'd want them to be. Again, we had more shots. They were brilliant in terms of the fact that whenever they had a shot, it seemed to be on target. And they did have more possession than us as well, but our XG was far superior to theirs. Like I say, closer than what I thought it would be, closer than I wanted it to be, but we did get through to the 5th round of the FA Cup, where if you look down here, you can see we're going to be playing against Coventry. Now, in the league, we had a 1-1 draw against Manchester City. A Ronald Araujo own goal on 29 minutes put me in dreamland. I thought, you know what, we've been 6 games, I think, at this point without a win. We really need to get a win. I'm not expecting it against Manchester City, but I'll take it. You know, obviously I will. But then 4 minutes into stoppage time at the end of the first half, I mean, it's a good job I wasn't recording because the air was blue. My language was diabolical. I was not happy. And yeah, it played out that way through the second half as well. Again, when you look at the chances that Manchester City created, they didn't create a great deal. You know, they had more shots than us, but 9 shots at goal, but only 2 on target compared to our 3 on target. The XG for them, 0.98 to 0.34 for us, indicates that they weren't massive chances that either team had. Neither of us hit the woodwork or anything like that. And, you know, possession-wise, yeah, Man City had more possession, but I think you kind of expect Man City to have more possession. And overall, I was quite pleased with their performance. Reece Burke, as you can see, had a bit of a nightmare with a flat 6, and Mendes Gomez on a 6.1. Now, what I will say is we're having players left, right and centre coming to us asking for more game time. They deserve more game time, this, that and the other. Mendes Gomez is one of them. Ogbene is another one. And it's starting to be a bit of a nightmare because I can only field 11 players in a match, and I've got practically my entire squad demanding more game time. Mads Anderson, by the way, wanted me to send him out on loan. So I was offering him out on loan. He must have had a dozen offers, like 12 bids for him to go out on loan. And he's one by one, he's been turning them all down. And then he comes to me and says, oh, I appreciate your efforts to loan me out. I'm prepared to give you more time. And I'm like, well, I've got offers in for you, but it's not my fault you've been rejecting them. But anyway, that's my rant over with. Then we had 2 games that I definitely saw were winnable games, and that's how they proved to be. Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park didn't start off according to plan with Michael Olise scoring on 13 minutes, but Tom Lockyer, who was in, I actually left him in by mistake. I had to bring him in for Diku for the FA Cup game, and I just forgot to take him out, quite honestly. And I'm glad I did, because he scored. So 19 minutes he got the equaliser. Colton Morris with a penalty on the 73rd minute. The stats are in our favour: possession, shots on target, XG, all that sort of stuff. And we had 164 high intensity sprints compared to their 150. So we worked harder in the game, we wanted it more. And when you look at the table in a moment, you'll see that basically Crystal Palace were all but relegated anyway. We then move into the game against Leeds, and in this one we actually looked a lot more comfortable and a lot more assured of ourselves than what we have in a long time. As you see from the team selection, I did remember to take Tom Lockyer out. The fact he scored actually reminded me I needed to remove him, so I brought Diku back in for him. And yeah, when you look at the stats, 9 shots on target to their 4. The possession was in our favour. High intensity sprints 129 to 102. It was just all about us, and Colton Morris gave us the lead on 2 minutes. They then pulled it back through Mark Rocker on 59 minutes, and we did leave it late. It was the 86th minute before Antoine Semenyo put us 2-1 up, and then Ricardo Pepe, again our super sub, coming on, and he scored in the 96th minute. Absolutely, and Colton Morris as well missed a penalty on 5 minutes, so we could have been 2-0 up after 5 minutes. In terms of transfers, there has been activity in that area. As you can see from the outs, I think we went through Daryl Dyke and Jack Walton in the previous episode. Asa Leyduni has gone for 12.5 million, going up to 15 million, potential cost including add-ons. And Bubba Ruckman has gone out on loan to Aberdeen. I believe there is a clause in there where he can be bought for £500,000, but maybe there's not actually, because it's not in that part. But if we look at his contract, no, there's nothing else in there. So he will be coming back to the club at the end of his loan spell. But basically, he was another one that came to me wanting more game time. I said, I can put you out on loan. He agreed to that. Wonderful stuff. In the ins, we've made a couple of signings. Now, we did have a real issue because getting a backup goalkeeper wasn't a problem. Getting the defensive midfielder was an issue, because basically no one wants to come to Luton Town. I can't say I blame them. It's mid-season. We're kind of in a relegation battle, while I also think we're kind of not in a relegation battle. But we brought in John Buckley as our central midfielder. His stats or his attributes are fine. He's got reasonable left foot, very strong right foot. I basically just brought him in to be a squad player for us. He weren't coming in to be anything major. As you see, squad player there. So as long as we give him some game time, he will be fine. So he came in from Blackburn for 4.7 million. And then we got Cole Rushworth from Brighton, 7 million, potentially 8 million, as a backup goalkeeper replacing Jack Walton, who obviously has left us. He was at Union Berlin previously. If we look at his history, he's actually been with Brighton since 2018, arrived with them on a free transfer. He's gone out on loan several times, got a little bit of game time here and there. Apparently he had a tough time of it at Union Berlin on loan, but now he's made the move, £7 million to us, potentially 8 million. And Brighton doing what Brighton do, they get players in for next to nothing or nothing at all, and they make a profit on it. So that's where we are at the moment. If we go to our tactical meeting, we're going to get straight into the game against Aston Villa. We start with Cavallina in goal, Bell left back, Denier right back because we've got Reece Burke out injured for up to 4 weeks, and Brandon Williams missed a yellow card. Surprise, surprise, he's got a suspension. Then we've got Diku and Lockyer in the middle. He's in there deliberately. Onyeka in the defensive midfield position with Breivik and O'Reilly in front of him. Mendes, Gomez and Ogbene out wide and Morris up top. These two are basically in because they're moaning about not getting game time, and I need to try and keep players happy. And to be fair, Ogbene does seem to score when he moans and I bring him in, and then he stops scoring and I'll take him back out again. On the bench, we've got Rushworth, Anderson, Johnson, Harvey White, Antoine Semenyo, John Buckley, Ricardo Pepe, Oscar Cortez and Mateus Esquivel. So let's get into the game. Oh, actually, no, I've just noticed that Colton Morris is not fit. So Pepe will start there. I'll bring Pagino on for Morris, mainly because I can kind of get away with playing a couple of the, like Ogbene can play up front if need be. So that might be what we use. So let's get into the game. As I said earlier, I'm not expecting to win either of these two games, but we always have a chance. Luton, we do usually do well, you know, and the fact that we're at home, we're in front of our own fans, we want to put a show on for them. You know, if we can get a draw against Manchester City, I think we can get a draw in these games as well. Villa with the corner, Watkins with the shot, it's over the bar. Ooh, we live to breathe another few minutes at least. So we've managed to get to 10 minutes without conceding. So that's a bonus. When you look at the Villa team, it's a little bit different to what it is in real life at the moment. But they've obviously improved, being fourth in the Premier League. They're chasing Champions League. Here's Mings to Guedes. He's turned and he's making his way down the left-hand side, but Denier wins it back. And then Onyeka just goes and gives it away. And luckily they shoot well over the bar. That frustrates me when we give it away so easily after working well to win it back. Here's Bailey, gets a cross in, and it's been headed in from Lucas Beltran. And that's 1-0. I was waiting to see if the referees were going to maybe disallow it, but obviously not. I mean, Villa, to be fair, have been all over us. 4 shots on target in the first 25 or less minutes. 57% possession. We've just had 1 shot at goal, and that wasn't on target. So, yeah, not great from us in this first half so far. Here's Ampadu to Diego Carlos, to Leon Bailey, Douglas Luiz. Here's Guedes, crossing to us 2-0. Lucas Beltran, 12th goal of the season. We are being seriously outplayed here. We really are. Oh, God, and another highlight, another goal for them now. Pepe to Lockyer. O'Reilly gives it away. There you go again. It's always through giving the ball away. That is something, again, that I'm hoping when the full release is done, that it's not a fact. So I would say probably 80% of the goals we concede are through just giving the ball away. Breivik wins it back. Mendes Gomez to Onyeka. Finds O'Reilly. We can come forward. Maybe this will turn into our highlight after all. Amari Bell. Pepe with the goal. 9th goal of the season from Ricardo Pepe. It's 2-1 to Villa. Pretty much a goal against the run of play. I mean, they've got 2 up top, Watkins and Beltran. That's like cheating. And we go in at half time. That's pretty much given us a lifeline, really. So, bearing in mind we've got a couple of players that are nervous, like Ogbene and Mendes Gomez. Do we say that? Oh, let's say that. And okay, it's not had a negative effect too badly. So, let's see if we can get something. We've had a lot more in terms of shots on target and shots on goal and stuff. But Diego Carlos has given... Oh, the referee could be considering this. Will it be given offside? It never usually is when it's against us. But no, goal awarded. what did I tell you? My beef with VAR continues. We will make some substitutions shortly. They're too wide players. We've had to make them now because they're too wide. Men are having absolute mares at the moment. We bring on Semenyo for Ogbene. I think I just need to be prepared to upset them, to be quite honest. So Villa with the goal kick with Martinez to Ampadu to Diego Carlos. It's put up towards Beltram, but we get it back. It's now with Breivik, back to Diku. Breivik, Denea, Semenyo to Denea. Back to Semenyo. Tries to put the ball in, can't quite find it. Ricardo Pepe loses it as well. Villa come forward with Guedes. We win it back again with Semenyo. Oh, I thought we was going to try and get a ball to Pepe there, and Watkins is through. This is going to be 4-1, is it? No, we've got to tackle him, but it's gone back to Watkins. And is that going to be a penalty? No, it's a free kick. And the highlight ends. Okay. Right, so I think what we will do is this young man here, Mr. Buckley, in terms of, for us, he's not played a game yet. So I think we bring him on for Onyeka, because Onyeka's not having the best of games. And I think what we'll do as well is bring Mads Hansen on for Diku, because he's having a nightmare. He's a flat 6 at the moment. So Diku can come off as well. I mean, if we can get another goal and it ends 3-2, I wouldn't be too disheartened by that, to be honest. Like I said, I'm expecting to lose this game and the game against Tottenham. I mean, he's managed to go from a 6 to a 5.9 while he's sitting on the bench, Diku. I'm not really too sure he's managed to do that. But yeah, I think we bring Joe Johnson on for Amari Bell, just give him a few minutes. I'm not sure a few minutes will aid his development a great deal, but at least it's giving him an extra appearance. So Villa have it. I mean, I'd rather they just ended the game rather than have us concede a fourth. But, you know, if we can harry them, we might be able to nick the ball and get the second goal of the game for us. Jacob Ramsey gives it to Beltran. So this is the kind of thing I think, just foul them. Just have a little hack at them, bring them down, give away a free kick. Hopefully we've lived to fight another day. Beto is dancing through our entire midfield. Guedes puts the ball over the top, and I don't know what Cavallina was doing there. That's probably the first time I can look at Cavallina and say you have been disastrous. That was not good. He's getting a flat 6 or 6.1 now as well. And that's full time, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't want to focus on that game any more than I need to. Villa 4th, we're 14th. We are 10 points clear of the relegation zone. I make it we need probably 2 more wins out of our remaining 12 games to guarantee survival. And yeah, that's the end of that game. I will see you back here after this short transition for the game against Tottenham. Okay, folks, so here we are on game day for the home game against Tottenham. Tottenham currently laying in 3rd in the Premier League. We are in 14th, actually 10 points clear of the relegation zone. As I said previously, a couple of wins and I think we'll be fine. I think we'll survive. Now, one thing I do want to ask you about. Do you know what one of these are? It's a toffee apple. I just wondered if there's anybody that watches these videos that likes toffee apples, because back in the day when I was a kid, I used to love toffee apples at this time of year. And we used to have an old man that would come past our house on a bike with a little basket in the back, selling them for about 50p each or something. That's just cost me £1.50 from a well-known supermarket. So that's inflation, I guess, for you. But anyway, I digress. While I am digressing, if you're enjoying the video, leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on if you want to see more. I've got a series called Bottoms Up coming up on November the 6th. It starts when FM24's full release date is, and I've already filmed the intro to that series where I am picking the team that I'm going to be using for that series. So I actually know now exactly who I'm going to be managing at the start of my first ever FM24 long-term save. So I'm quite excited about that, and I'd love to have you here for the journey and getting involved, leaving likes, leaving comments, all that sort of good stuff. Okay, well, I won't bore you anymore. Let's get on with the game. So we go to a tactical meeting. We put on our opposition instructions. It's saying to go cautious, which it usually does when we come up against a big team. I'm not really happy with going cautious. I did do it against Manchester City, to be fair. Now, we have got players that are not quite fit enough, and we've still got Williams and Burke out injured. My concern is that Denia is not going to last the full time, so we're probably going to have to play someone like Mads Anderson. Can he go out on the right? He can do, so we may be bringing him on for that. Not really got any other defensive cover, so O'Reilly and Breivik, we'll start with them. I think if we start strong and get weaker later, that'll probably be the better option. I'm going to bring in Esquivel for Ogbene, and I'm going to bring in Semenyo for Gomez for this game, because I just think we need better quality players, really, to be honest. So let's go to the match, and hopefully we can do ourselves proud. I was disappointed with the performance in the last game, I have to say. It's our first loss in a while, actually. But let's kick off and get into the match. Like I say, I just want to do. I don't expect to win. It is against Tottenham. They are third in the league. We have to be a bit realistic about this. Here's Breivik to Semenyo. It's good that we've got the start of this highlight. Amari Bell puts a... Oh, Pepe's hit the woodwork. Or the metalwork, whatever it is these days. I think it is metal, isn't it? But we still call it woodwork. Denia with the free kick. We've had a good start to this game. Gives it to Lockyer, to O'Reilly, to Lockyer, to Onyeka, to Pepe, Breivik, to Esquivel. Oh, I think that was a good save from Vicario, the Tottenham goalkeeper. If you're a Tottenham fan, how impressed are you with Tottenham's start so far this season? Breivik will take it short to Esquivel, up to O'Reilly, to Breivik, puts the cross in, but Vicario, commanding his area, comes out and claims it. Newcastle won 2-0 up against Brighton. Breivik with the corner for us. Diku, 1-0. First goal of the season from Alexander Diku. Oh, and here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's been awarded. Oh, my word. VAR's starting to become our friend. I'm glad Diku's finally got a goal as well. But yeah, so 25 minutes gone. I think looking at stats, we've definitely been the better team so far in this match. Oh. Well, I was a bit concerned because Rushworth, when we signed him as a first choice goalkeeper, and obviously he's been on the bench. I just thought hopefully he won't moan before the end of the season. What's up with him? Potential arm injury. I suppose that is kind of important to a goalkeeper. Right, come on then, Rushworth. It's time for you to show what you're made of, because Kavlina has been immense for us this season. You need to step up to the plate now. Can we get to half-time with this 1-0 lead? Tottenham haven't looked that threatening in this match. Oh, here we go. I shouldn't have said anything, should I? Romero to Maddison. Maddison very deep. He does that in real life as well. He goes very deep to get the ball. Here's Son. Kulusevski puts it forward. Rushworth. What are you doing? Get rid of it. Blimey. Didn't sign you to be an outfield player. You're not Edison. Semenyo. To Bell. To Breivik. Diku. Lockyer. We're passing it around nicely, but can we fashion a chance from this? Esquivel. He's got a chance. He scored. Oh, what's happened? Is it? Oh, it's an own goal. Christian Romero own goal. We will go in at half-time 2-0 up against Tottenham, folks. Oh, my word. Oh, this makes me so happy because it actually shows that we are a good team. And I genuinely do believe we are a good team. I'm actually disappointed that I'm not going to be continuing this save, I've got to say, because I genuinely think we've got the potential to be such a good team. We're probably going draw 2-2 or lose 3-2 now, so I'm getting excited and I'm happy and whatever else. But no, come on, let's be positive. We can do this. So the hour mark is upon us. How are we looking? I mean, O'Reilly and Breivik, I don't want to take them both off at the same time. So I think what I'm going to do is take O'Reilly off first for Harvey White. And then I don't really want to take Denayer off because I know we haven't got suitable backup. I'm going to take Semenyo off for Cortez. I know it's telling me to put Pagino on, our record scorer. I had a news item come through as well about the fact that we've made something like £58 million in incomings in the transfer market, which, you know, our finances, I'll show you it after this game, before we end the episode. Can you do something? I don't like what he's doing, I really don't. Oh my word. Oh my God. No. You are a joke. And now Tottenham have a corner. He comes out and claims it well, to be fair to the lad. I mean, that's got to be howler of the series. Lockyer to Onyeka. I'll just end this highlight, please. Gyökeres to Son. Clear the ball. Right, let's make our next substitution. Oh God, I wish we had another goal kick. How is he on a 6.8 after that? I mean, how? Right. So Mads Anderson can only do that. I'm kind of thinking, oh no, he's put him there. Can Tom Lockyer do anything out there? No. It weakens us in central defence as well. And then if we bring Breivik off for Buckley, oh, I can't believe that goalkeeper. We're going to throw the points away here. Here's Son charging through our team. Hits over. I mean, if we can restrict them to goals from that sort of distance, I'm fine with that. I'm kind of thinking that we go cautious. I was going to put time wasted on, but it's just going to add time on to the end of the game. So I think I'll wait for a few minutes before we do that. Let's do that now. I'm just so desperate to hold on to these points. I really am. A win against third place Tottenham would just be awesome. Confirm changes. Come on, please. 6 minutes added on. Please, boys, hold on. Yes, we've done it. Oh, look at that. 2-1 against Tottenham. They only had 2 shots on target in the whole game. And actually, their goal was a Harvey White own goal. I'd never even noticed that it was down to as an own goal. We had better XG. We had more shots on target. We had more of the possession. I say we deserved the win in that game. I don't think Tottenham deserved to get anything out of that, to be honest. And oh, I'm so relieved. Not just because it's a win on camera, because I'm getting fed up of losing on camera. But I'm actually able to say, look, there you go. We are a good team. I told you we are, and we are. And we're actually up to 11th in the league. I mean, we're literally 2 points away from being a top half finish. This is amazing. It really is. I like Luton in real life anyway. I've gone through my history with them. But oh boy, I am loving them in this save. For a first ever FM save on YouTube, there's been times where I've seriously questioned why I picked Luton when so many people are going with big teams that they can spend a barrel load of money on and bring in Victor Osimhen, which seems to be what everybody is doing. But I'm just so glad we've gone with Luton. We achieved our target in the first season of keeping them in the Premier League. We're going to survive in the Premier League this year. I'm going to call it now. Let's look at the competitions, look at the table. And yeah, I'm going to call it. We are in 11th on 34 points. 13 points outside of the relegation. Yeah, these teams do have a game in hand, but they're also the likes of Leeds and Burnley and Crystal Palace and Bournemouth and stuff. They don't win very often. We've actually won 9 games this season. We've drawn 7. We've lost 11. We're on 34 points. To put that into some sort of context, when you look at last season, we finished 16th. We've already got more points this season than what we had last season. Last season we scored 42, conceded 81. This season so far, we've scored 32 and we've only conceded 34. We have been so much better. We really have. I did say I was going to show you the finances screen. Our overall balance is great, 58 million. We've got 38 million in the transfer budget. We started with only 26.75 million. Next season's minimum guaranteed wage budget, 15 million. They'll probably leave it at that, to be quite honest. The wage budget could be £1 million as well, which is basically what we're on now. Everything is looking so good at this club. And also, I'm not sure how I do this, but if we look at the facilities, can we look at our ground? Kenilworth Road. I can't find where it is, and it's not going to be in the news item now either. But we did have a news item come in quite a while ago now, and I've just completely forgot about it until now, where we're building a new stadium. Here we go. Planned infrastructure changes due to move into the 19,500 capacity Power Court. I'm a bit disappointed they haven't named it after me, really. That is a joke. On the 27th of the 6th, 2027. So in 2 years' time, Luton in-game will be moving to a brand new stadium with a capacity that's, 8,200 more than what it is at the moment. That will be massive for them because it's more money coming in. Bit disappointed didn't try and go for maybe 25,000 stadium, but great news. And if you're wanting to manage Luton in-game, you're probably going to get that as well. I imagine it is something that they are looking at doing anyway. So, yeah, good news all round. The club is really on the up. Do you know what? Thank you for joining me for this episode. It's been a pleasure. Leave a like on the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that sort of stuff. We're less than a week away from the full release of FM24, and I hope you're going to join me for the journey. Have a great time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.